Tonight, flight scheduled for tomorrow being canceled already in Orlando. Good evening. I'm Greg Warman.
I'm Martha Sigalski. The FAA will reduce air traffic by up to 10% at 40 airports, including Orlando International, and several airlines are taking preemptive action right now and notifying passengers of these cancellations. We do have team coverage for you tonight on this major impact to air travel. We start at Terminal A with Channel 9's Nick Pampantonis. And Nick, you actually heard from the airport in just the last hour. What'd they tell you?
The airport hasn't officially been notified that their flight capacity will be reduced tomorrow. They say they're on the list of 40. That list was leaked to ABC News and other news outlets, but there's still no official confirmation, and there's no official confirmation from the Trump administration of exactly how many flights need to be cut.
The wait to get through security can be as much as 3 hours.
Orlando full of relieved passengers Thursday, simply glad they made it.
My husband dropped me off at maybe 3 hours more than the time to check in.
Thursday was the last day before the FAA's mandatory air traffic control cuts, expected to start at 4% of flights and work their way up to 10%, impacting as many as 6,000 passengers per day.
We did hear from some of the employees, and they were saying, things are about to be crazy with the airport, so coming back, we are a little nervous, and we are kind of maybe coming up with plan Bs.
So they will look at flights that are easy to recover. It's a passenger, easy to maybe put them on a later flight in the day or reroute them through other hubs if they have other hubs.
Embry-Riddle's Dr. Ahmed Abdelghani helped write the program that figures out which flights airlines should cancel and says high traffic routes, regional flights, and morning flights could be looked at first. Airlines, he said, will do everything they can to avoid stranding their crews and planes in hard-to-reach places. But he warned the disruptions will cause ripple effects that will last days after the government shutdown ends.
They try to find the least expensive cancellation plan, and hopefully they can recover as soon as possible.
And so the 18 cancellations we've seen as of this hour, many of them to the Northeast or to other major airports, including some to Miami, which is also affected by this. They range in terms of airlines. We're going to keep tracking them live for you here at OIA. Live at OIA, Nick Pampantonis, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
All right, Nick, thank you. And our team coverage continues with Channel 9's Sabrina Majori. Sabrina, you spoke with some people who flew in for EDC.
Yeah, Greg, people from all across the country are flying into Orlando today ahead of EDC, that big dance festival. And the people we spoke to here at baggage claim, picking up their baggage, told us overall their flights into the airport was pretty smooth today. But what they're worried about is, again, their return flights back home.
Fingers and toes crossed. Smooth trip back home.
Melvin Branch is manifesting a smooth return home to Chicago. But first, a reunion with high school friends and a weekend getaway in Orlando.
Relaxing by the pool, that's pretty much it.
It's a different kind of trip for this friend group from Texas.
Happy EDC, y'all.
Happy EDC. 28 people total will be joining this group for the weekend as they head to EDC Orlando. They're glad they got in a day early.
Two of our big mega group people are coming tomorrow, so it's a little nerve-wracking. So I really hope that they're able to get here.
Travel agent Christy Slavic says amid the uncertainty, build flexibility into your trip.
When I pick flights, I always try and pick a flight that has a flight after me.
Slavic says consider going with an earlier flight so you have more options in case of a cancellation or delay. She says that flexibility becomes especially important if you need to get to your destination for a scheduled event.
All of those Port Canaveral folks who are going out this weekend are probably a little more nervous, because especially if they tried to chance it and fly in the day of to try and save that hotel room, which we definitely recommend against.
And Slavic also recommends, if you haven't done so yet, to download your Airline app for those real-time updates. We've also posted several links to WFTV.com where you can monitor your flights and get the most up-to-date information. We're now reporting live at OIA. I'm Sabrina Majori, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
And you can see the airports that are reducing the number of flights up to 10% as early as today. Florida airports include Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Hollywood, and Tampa. The list also includes some of the biggest hubs in the nation: Atlanta, Charlotte, Dallas-Fort Worth, LA, and both O'Hare and Midway airports in Chicago.
And here are some tips to help you if your flight happens to be canceled or significantly delayed. The U.S. Department of Transportation says you're entitled to a full cash refund, not just a credit or voucher. Airlines must also cover baggage fees if your luggage is lost or delayed. And starting next year, new rules will require airlines to automatically issue refunds when passengers are owed one. No request needed. An investigation is underway after a pilot was forced to make an emergency landing on the shoulder of State Road 407 in Titusville. This happened just before 1 this afternoon. That pilot reported an engine failure shortly after taking off from the Space Coast Regional Airport. There was no opportunity for him to turn back, so the pilot was forced to make an emergency landing right here on the shoulder of State Road 407. Did a wonderful job, did not injure himself or anyone down below, and the plane actually also not severely damaged.